hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Jack 16. Set. 230. Snickers. Snickers. Watch that.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Escaping the pressure right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Detroit!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Looking to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, They're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there, taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
These two. Focus, focus.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Anthony Walker able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Watching that, Barney! Barney!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A huge play that time for the Colts. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Bud Dupree coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now the ball comes loose. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll set up to throw. This is caught, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Colts add on to their lead. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return is Henderson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger will throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Ebron caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, You light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney!
Here's Hines on a toss play. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man Hilton. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Detroit!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll go with a keeper. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
There are certain drives in the game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
They'll run for it. This is Mack. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Let's go. 1 day. Left.
Now Roethlisberger. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken at the 18. He belted that thing, a leg of steel, and an even 70 yards on the punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He sets to fire deep. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. In for the score. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught inside the 5. And a loose football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can.
And he can't find room to run. Bell's going to go down, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
180. Double bump. Double bump. It's going to be a long day. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Indy. 52 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts add on to their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They go play action here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Black 80! Black, I said.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Looking deep downfield. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it to Williams. Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Set! Black 20. Double bump. 52 to the mic, boys. 52. Black, what's that?
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Set! White 80. All right, let's go. I got this. Hey, alert. Black's 50, Black's 50.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Stephon Tuitt came out at Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Norton. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Busts through the tackle. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run it now out of the gun. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll set up a throw. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's gone down. Javon Hargrave able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Jabal Sheard in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Check that. We're like 52 right here. 77.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Like I said, Jack 16. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And, boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Henderson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Eat these two.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Blue 30. Big. Wait a second. Snickers. Wait a second.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
4 down.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Rolling to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Jabal Sheard. Able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So the sack and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. He can't get him down. There goes Green. 30, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a bit.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice, and that often runs you into a penalty.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell, and he'll take this up. And Charles